1, 2.
When it rains, it snores.
Like a rare breed, a breath of fresh air, you can see me. People stand up just to greet me. Role model kids wanna be me.
It's all about the risk.
Listen now, later you'll
If
believe
anyone
me.
pays
Got you
taxes,
under my
instant
spell, the
ban.
whole thing was easy. I just come and wink my eye like a genie. Crown on, yellow peasant can king me.
Die. Fuck semantics.
really not
Fuck
modification.
taxes. Revolt. Hello and welcome everybody to Nickel City X-Wing. My name's Greg and we have got a Game 7 banger for you tonight. This one between Dom and the Wanderers and Upton and the Degenerates. The winner wins the week for their team. No pressure. Betting is open. Classic CIS versus the First Order.
Hard work wins. Leaders don't follow. Living for today might not be here tomorrow. Welcome to the team. We wish you all the best. Now
Are you ready?
It's Upton. Betting is open. This game could be full of ups and doms. Get it? Because it's Upton and Dom? Get it? Get it? Do you all understand? Do you get it? We watch quick draw just being placed. This is a salvage mission, so yay, I guess. Wait, that's not quick draw. That can't be quick draw. That's got to be a Hughes. Yeah. And last but not least, we got Sunfac. Go ahead and not leave Sunfac out on an island. I think it's actually pretty important that you choose a good starting spot for your arc. And it looks like Dom is going to choose right. Which means when Dom wants to shoot, they'll have to rotate it. But at least they'll have the choice of left and center, just in case. I can see the pros and cons of that. Looks like dials are starting to get set now. Week 7, Game 7. D-Gens looking for their second win of the season. Coruscant looking to just get above 500 here. Check the playoff standings. A Degenerates win would not put them above the Berserkers yet, but it would keep them even with the Berserkers. And more importantly, even with the Maulers and KDB in that last playoff spot, or, well, 7th and 8th playoff spot race. So this is a fairly important game for Michael Upton. We've got another Game 7 happening at some point today. That one should be between the Firebirds and someone. Firebirds and Moncala. That's actually a big game for neither of those teams, but for Mega Milk. Because if the Firebirds win, then Mega Milk is backs against the wall, need to go undefeated, need to make a run. Stay one forward. PPS, thank you for the sub. What are these player records? I have no idea. Let's ask Buster. So what are the records for Michael Upton and Dom Flanagan? Use the player settings. See what Buster says in the Discord. This tournament? What tournament? What tournament are you talking about? I don't see a tournament here. I see a league. Well, Upton is 0-3 and can't find Dom Flanagan's record. Maybe that's because it's not his name. I don't know. Oh, it's Dominic Flanagan on the thing. Dom is 4-1. I don't know, Lou. Rave Crabs are doing pretty good this season. Yeah, Michael not playing much or choosing to sit himself over the team. All right, well, that's just positioning round one. We'll head into round two. We'll see who ends up with the most boxes. It does look like Dom is set to pick up 3. Well, we'll see if there's a cost to doing so with all those flanking ships on the top here for Michael. A lot of ships on the board right now. Remember when a DoorDasher tried to give you pot? I do. That was pretty funny. I did not explain to her what was happening. I didn't have the heart. It didn't look like she would understand. It's still wild to me as like a kid from the 90s that you can like go into a store here and then walk out with weed. Like there's just like my whole college years, you know, like it was all like back alleys and like friends' houses and being like, hush, hush, look, there are cops passing by. Keep it down. Shit. And now you just like walk out of a store. You give them like fucking a credit card. The UK is still like that. It's not legal in the UK? Yeah, I actually don't do weed a lot, if ever, because I just don't react well to it. It doesn't like relax me at all. It's just I get all the paranoia and stuff, but like none of the fun. So I just don't do it, but I don't have anything against it. Like, if it helps you fucking go ahead. Germany has just legalized it, so hopefully soon in the UK. I don't know. For some reason, I always think Europe's like light years ahead of us when it comes to like socially doing shit correctly. Oh wait, one. It's gonna go ahead, stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Ooh, ooh. Blackout, the one hard. Love the Sabres tee. How do you think Bo Byram fit in? Was sad to see the Avs trade him. So he started off very hot and then cooled down along with the rest of the team. Uh, our defensive core is super, super fucking young. I think the oldest person on it is 26. Darlene's like the veteran and he's 23. You know what I mean? Like, it's pretty crazy. Uh, so yeah, I'm excited to see what he does with a full season with Ruff, new coach. I was sad to see Middlestat go because these last 2 years he's really turned it on, and I think he's kind of showing in the Avs like what he can do in like a system that like really it's like a fast kind of skatey system. Yeah, I don't not like him. It was good. Middlestat was ready for some playoff games. I agree. Just wish it was with us. Nico, what's up? He said some concerning things to me, which is why I think Granado, our coach, got fired. His whole, like, after his, like, first morning skate with the Avs, he was like, haven't skated that hard in a practice in a long time. I'm like, what? Really? You guys don't skate hard in practice? Oh, come on, man. And yeah, I think this is going to be like pretty much a free. If Sunfact can get that box in such a way that Blackout doesn't have a shot, and I think that was the exact way to do it. This is, I think, like a perfect round here. All 5 crates are going to be picked up. I don't think we're going to have shots. If we do, they're round 3 plinkers, or range 3 plinkers. Yeah, I agree. It is weird that the choice is made here, but kind of is what it is. It's going to be 3-2 for Dom as we enter turn 3. Still no shots. They've kind of made their bet on the objectives. Now, a lot of it's going to come down to crit generation, luck on the crits. Is there any crit generation on the first order side? Marksmanship for the Hughes. And marksmanship and mad pulses for Scorch. So I guess that's about it. Dom, marksmanship. Proton cannons, marksmanship for Dirge. Plasma torpedo is kind of the opposite of crit generation. Energy shell charges, I guess, for DFS. It's kind of like a one-time use, not for anything. Discord missiles, concussion missiles, so just discords, I guess. That's about it. What does Kalani do? Guess I can read. Kalani. After an enemy ship executes a maneuver, if it's in the bullseye of a friendly ship or range 0 to 3, you may spend 1. If you do, that friendly ship acquires a lock on that ship, then gains 1 stress token. Okay. Dirge is in a tight spot. Honestly, it might be good to just power through that rock with a 5 strip. I think you might be able to use Dirge as a little bit of bait if you one-heart him here. Although, yeah, one-heart might not be a good idea because blackout, right? It's like normally hiding behind a rock, great idea, but blackout, bad idea. The thing to me is that it looks like if Dirge is the target, it's going to be at the expense of getting yourself flanked by the Sunfac and the Roombas. So, how much are you willing to do that to chase down CIS Dirge? To get a kill that's not even going to count. DB with the plasmas. And Scorch gonna reach out for a lock. Go ahead, throw that onto Dirge. Dirge is gonna oblige Scorch and turn away. So it's gonna be a nice mag pulse there from Scorch. DBS gets the block onto Kylo. Good job. Ooh, and Malorus, 1 turns in. Just gonna take the evade. Finally gonna get shots here, so if you haven't put in your bets, do it now. 1 bank from LaHughes. And that is going to trigger Kalani. Only on the 1 Roomba. And Blackout turns away. I assume this is going to be a focus. Yeah. Focus boost. I do like kind of like getting the flank here. And here comes the bride. And by the bride, I mean Sunfac. Do you rotate, or do you take your thing to rotate right and go forward? How do you think you play this? Alright, so ensnaring LaHughes. Is he going to move LaHughes? He does. Moves LeHughes to LeHughes' left. Now, LeHughes could take a stretch to rotate here. Doesn't look like they're gonna. Yeah, it's too many dice for LeHughes. That's going to be 2 shields. So, in fact, didn't want to spend the focus, and I understand that. Now, Dirge. Dirge just has a 2v2 shot now, range 3 into LeHughes. For nothing. Blackout, no shots. LeHughes now has Sunfac range 2, or the Roomba's range 3, or Dirge range 3. Gonna use a barrage rocket. I'm gonna assume this is into Dirge. We have shots. Close it. Ooh, it's a good one. Might as well spend your focus. Hit, crit. Dirge is going to take the crit. Oh, is this not? Oh my, okay. This is into Sunfac, my bad. Sunfac taking a loose stabilizer. Why would you spend a barrage rocket for that? Range 2. Why would you spend the barrage rocket? It makes no sense. Wasn't in bullseye, so there's no inherent rerolls. Alright, it's Kylo range 0. Gonna get one through. Scorch now. This is going to be obstructed. Is he going to throw a mag pulse? Yes. So this is going to be 3v3 with the mag pulse. Not a great first roll. Does have the lock, of course. And hit crit, little better. Dirge looking for 2 paint. Gets the 2 paint. Will be able to hold on to that crate. And now Larumba's red first. Has concussion missiles. Will use them. So this is going to be a 3v1 shot. 1 reroll, 1 calculate. And that'll be 3 beautiful hits. No defense offered from LeHughes. LeHughes is down to 1. Now the bomber I assume is going to throw a plasma. Yep. Plasma will be thrown. 2 hits to start us off. We'll stay 2. Looking for 1 evade here. Gets plenty. Doesn't even need to spend the token. And this is 2v2 for a kill into Lacuse. 1 reroll. Oh. 1 hit. Can Lacuse pull an evade? No, sir. Down goes the lieutenant. And that will also eject a crate. Oh no, apparently the crate marker was on the wrong ship. So they'll each pick up 2. But then Dom will also get the 4 points for Lacuse. But I think something to keep in mind here is that Sunfac with that loose stabilizer could be in some real trouble this turn. And you got Blackout coming from the back, too. And no, suddenly Blackout could be eating 3 or 4 shots. I don't... Maybe. So I believe both the Roombas flip their stabilizers. So if he wanted to hit Blackout, I don't see how they could, really. I mean, that's not true. They could. It just wouldn't be good shots. I think Sunfac should eat it and 3 hard right bail. I don't disagree. I don't agree, but I don't disagree. See if he's got the stabilizer tokens over here. Stabilizer's active. Stabilizer's active. Tokens are for weenies, apparently. Let's see what the odds have to say about a 9-4 entering turn 4. That's a pretty big. I think the game's a little closer than 61-39, but all right. Who am I to argue with an algorithm? Nobody. I'm nobody. That's right. we go. Turn 4. We're going to get a bomblet drop, it looks like. And there is a side slip from 047. Staying put on the rock. Really doing his best. Buckhead's like, why don't they respect me? Oof. Here's the thing about double calculates. Pretty nice when you have a jammer coming at you. Happy Sunday indeed. I feel like Scott streaming on a Sunday. Who am I?
Greg was right. Greg was right.
Solid. Oh, Greg, don't stop streaming. I don't think I am. Alright, well, the boost jam does really not a lot. I guess it does something. Let's not minimize it. Did that not bump? Somehow, the nubs didn't bump. Look at that maneuvering. Dom is a goddamn titan of industry. And Sunfac is going to take the damage from the loose stabilizer. I think you just take an evade here. Because if you tractor yourself forward, it doesn't get you out, and you're not going to be able to ditch that tractor. If you tractor yourself right, you're going to put yourself into another shot. You can rotate left and really lay into Scorch, but I don't think you're going to initiative kill Scorch. So I don't see the benefits to you actually doing that. You have no follow-up shots except for the Roombas at I1 and I3, but by then Sunfac will be dead. I think And I think you just take the evade here. Really considering his options. Gonna do the tractor. Gonna swing it left. All right. And focus. So is he gonna bring the bomber closer and hope it chooses not to rotate? No, because then you're not getting a shot, so he's not gonna move that bomber. Could you possibly move the bomber right? If you move the bomber right, you might actually put it in the arcs that you have locked and a concussion missile arc. So I think right might actually be the play here. Well, doesn't look like he's going to move it. All right, Sun Fact now. Range 1 to a tractored Scorch. So this is going to be 4v1 on the die. It's not a great roll. It's not worth spending, I don't think. I don't think he was going to spend before, and really not going to spend now. You'll get the damage through. Hooray. Scorch is single modded. The only one who has a lock is Malorus. It doesn't look like Malorus took the stress there. I didn't see who's shooting what here. But whatever it was evaded. Alright, Kylo. Three v2 into the Vulture. And Kylo natties it out. The Vulture's going to turn down the crit. And then die. Well, yeah. Dirge is range 2, so that's going to be a proton cannon. Excuse me. But not before Blackout takes a proton rocket shot into DGS 047. It's too many die. There we go. You're just your classic 5-on-1. I'm going to use Lone Wolf. You going to spend it? You actually going to do that? Looks like no. So 3 shields and a crit into 047. And that crit is a disabled power regulator, which will kick in this turn. And I think that, no, that's not going to knock off a lock because I don't have a lock anymore. Right? It's hard to see the tokens on this thing because this is above it. It's 32 C's lock on that. And there is the proton cannon shot. 3 hits and a crit in the blackout. Should be 2 shields and a crit. Yeah. Hull breach on blackout. Now Scorch is going to ignore Sunfac and take the 2v1 into yellow. 2. Tyranny of 1 agility. Down to 3. Yellow will now have to, or sorry, DBS shoots first, and you got Kylo, range 3. So that's going to be your classic 2v4, because he has no token, right? So 1 hit. Kylo just needs a paint. Almost doesn't get it, but will spend the force and be fine. Red. This is going to be 2v2 with 1 reroll. Doesn't need it. Hit crit. Spends the focus. Avoids it. Yellow. 2v1 for 2. That is 2 into Scorch. I, for some reason, did not have the proper amount of damage in Scorch. So 1 point for Dom. And then 2 carriers for Upton. So after round 4, with the ship totals in, it is 10-8, and that should even out the odds a little bit. I'm gonna ask. Hey, pardon me. How much damage is actually on Scorch? Because I didn't have this much because you didn't take any shields off. All right. This is a shield failure. It's a well-known. We actually have a pill for it. Don't worry about it. We're coming out. Good catch, Eric. Okay, so coaching your opponent versus reminding the rules. So I think this is perfectly fair sportsmanship wise to not be like, oh, you should spend it, because it's not like a rule didn't kick in. He's not like reminding him of a rule. You know, it's his choice whether to spend or not. I think if it was like a friendly game, you'd probably be like, oh, you should spend it because I have Dead to Rights, remember. But it is on the player to remember that they're facing a ship with Dead to Rights and they won't be able to spend. So I think it's fair. I don't think it's unsporting not to in this instance. If it was like a rule, like something that was like a rule, like I can't think of an example right now. I don't know how to say what I'm saying. If he wasn't reminding him of a must effect right away, then I get it. Like, yeah, kind of scummy. But there's nothing there that's really even remotely bothersome to me, to be honest. All right, turn 5. The ionized deviated gunship does the bank. Fixes the disabled power regulator. Won't be able to calculate. Jams off Malaris's lock. Ooh, tries the 3 hard. It doesn't go. That is going to be a friendly bump. Roll a die. And punished. More importantly, won't get that calculate to really hammer home. Scorch the 1 forward. And a focus. Is Kylo gonna pick up? Touching crate? Yes. Kalani is going to trigger here. And Blackout says, thank you, but no thank you. I would like to not be a part of this. But for Blackout's trouble, Blackout's going to get locked by Kalani. Kalani coming in huge this turn. $5K from Dirt, and let's see what Sunfax got. Sunfax not even going to bother to try and shoot this turn. And Malorus is actually going to use his ability now. Speaking of, Mal does have Sunfac range 3. Gets the auto conversion. Plenty of evades from the Fock. And now Blackout. An absolute bangarooski onto DBS. This, I mean, it's not out of the realm of being a kill shot. It is now. No mods for Blackout. Does he spend the calculate or just take one? Gonna spend the calculate to preserve health. Don't hate the move. Scorch. Sorry, Dirge. Range 3 obstructed. This is going to be a 2v4 shot. 2 hits, though. You maybe peel that focus off? No. Scorch just misses yellow. Two v1, so this is on to red. That'll be the second shield on 286. right, the bomber into Scorch. Classic 2v2. Gets one more. Not sure who's shooting what here, but it's evaded. Oh, not going into blackout? Is that what's happening? Two natties in a row from Scorch should just live. And I believe that ties the game with the amount of scenario points. As we head into round 6. I have to use the bathroom. BRB. All right. Doesn't seem like we missed much. Kylo coming around. Blackout, still just trying to get the fuck out. Gonna turn down the hull breach. That's a friendly bump from Malorus. Never punish, though. All right, Malorus is going to take the stress to activate their ability one more. And Malorus will get the first shot. Looks like it's going to be 3v1 into the red Roomba. Gets the free conversion. The Roomba spends the calculate. It's going to be hit hull. Kylo Ren just catches the edge of Dirge. Range 3. Going to be a classic 2v3 here. Is any dice combo not a classic? Sure. They're all not classic. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't know what you're talking about. Dirge loses a shield. Another 2v2 classic into Scorch. Not a great roll. Was that a concussion? Two v2, so I believe this is into Dirge, who blanks out. Another shield and gonna have to drop crate. Dom just has not been able to hold on to crates for his life right now. Yeah, 5v1's a classic rocket. Yeah, tag it some more. We definitely know what you're talking about. I believe this is into Malorus. The reroll. I'm going to stay at 2. So 2 hits coming into Mal. Yeah, Mal gets the conversion. DB now. Hit crit. Oh, the blanks from Mal, and finally, Michael's gonna have to drop a crate. And it's a direct, so Mal's down to 1. Now yellow. I think this is into Scorch. Range 1. Oh, there it is. 3 hits. Can Scorch double the natties again. 1 blank is all it takes to eliminate Scorch. Oh, 1 evade, but there is a blank, and that is 2 points off the board for Upton. Or, well, whatever. Not 2 points. I don't know why I said that. 3. So 14-12 as we enter turn 7. Guys, look what just got here. Damn, really? Really doing this shit. Kylo's in a lot of trouble if the road goes a certain way. Camera. Can we not, please? Well, I'll show you all them later. What's happening here? Alright, so Sunfac has a blinded pilot. Time is up. I believe they're correcting for the concussion missile that Kylo threw. I don't see any other way. It's got to be that Kylo threw a concussion, and they didn't do the splash concussion damage. That's white, but they'll stay stressed. I'm kind of shocked that he's not picking up crates. Goes for jam, won't find it. All right, here's Mal. I don't know if that gets bullseye. I don't think it's bullseye. That is so close. My heart says no. Keep in mind that Sunfac is blinded pilot, so they'll be able to add the die, I believe, because that's not a dice modification. But I'm not going to be able to convert anything. Alright, there's the ensnare. Alright, it is a 5 dice shot that cannot be modified. Only 2. And a whole shield comes off of Kylo. From a 5v1. You got a shield. Mally. Two dice into Sunfac. Nothing. Kylo Ren now 4v3. Well, that ain't gonna get it done. Almost. Fuck, 6. How did he get 2 out of that? Did he spend the focus? Yeah, he had to spend the focus on optics. So. Not worried about dying to dirge here. Blackout. Yellow sitting on 3. DBS sitting on 4. Neither a great shot. All right, looks like going into the yellow Roomba. Oh, got him! Got him! That's 3 points. Right now, Kylo's the only one holding crates. This is not bullseye. Not that it really matters. Three hits. Kylo rolls 1, 2 die now. Blanks. Kylo on 1. But there's no shots to follow up. Two hits into Blackout. 2 evades from Blackout, who finally realizes green dice are a thing. And 16-14. And I'm not saying that not claiming in this last turn here lost the game, because I did not say that. Saying that if DB and DG had claimed, we would at least have another turn. And that is gonna. That's it. We've reached time. Time is up. So Upton is gonna win 16-14 and give the D-Gens their second win of the season, keeping them in the playoff race, sending Coruscant to 3-4. What a game 7. Appreciate y'all joining me. Let's pay out number 2. We'll see you all next week. A reminder, I won't be streaming Tuesday. I have a birthday party to attend. But we will have coverage coming from Gold Squadron Podcast on Tuesday. Have a great day, and we'll see you later.